Here we are back in my studio, back again for my favorite time of the week when we get together and I respond to your comments and your questions. This is the weekly shout-outs, and we're coming off of one of the busiest, craziest weeks I can remember. We just came back from Fan Expo. We had Chicago Bane in town for that. Jason Burgos, and we worked on, I think between the two of our channels, the Fan Expo and the few days on either side of it, I think between the two of us, we got like 12 videos for both of our channels. It's just been nuts around here. As you know, it was just Fan Expo, and so first thing off the bat is I got a very special thank you and hello to everybody who watches my videos that came looking for me at Fan Expo. Here's a little something from Melissa Huang, who posted a picture of the swag she got from me, and a little something for No Love 85s, who seemed very pleased to get a photo with Bane and the Commissioner. Thank you guys and everybody who came to see me at Fan Expo. Thank you so much. It was great to see you all. Also a special hello to everybody I met at yesterday's YouTube gathering, little YouTube gathering here in Toronto. Well, it wasn't really so little, it was quite big. A lot of people in Dundas Square in Toronto. It was put on by the dudes at Apprentice A, so shout out to them and shout out to all the new people that are following me on Instagram and subscribe to my YouTube, who I met at the gathering. Thank you all very much. Hopefully we'll see you commenting real soon. Since we were last together in this studio, there's been a lot of noise on the NerdNet. The big item, Ben Affleck is your new movie Batman. I whipped together a little video where I asked the cosplayers at Fan Expo what they thought about this big momentous news item, but I wanted to know what you thought, and I was a little surprised. I knew that the people were going to be a little bit about it, but I was not ready for the level of vitriol. Here's a sampling of the kind of questions I got. Eric thinks that Ben Affleck should direct and not star in Man of Steel 2. Denial987 says that it looks like Disney and Marvel have got nothing to worry about. Their rule of the silver screen is complete. But then you have stuff like Dreamer4974 who's saying that no Batman is going to be as good as Christian Bale. Christian Bale did Batman, that's over now. What I want to know is why does it have to be an either or? Perhaps both of them will be exciting. Like I said in that video, I was actually really excited when they announced it. I thought that it was a real out-of-the-box choice, but it makes perfect sense to me. I can't wait to see how well he does. Personally, I think he's going to be the best thing about an otherwise paint-by-number dry movie, but we'll see when that comes out in 2015. Now, we also made a little noise of our own here on the channel. We had a Marvel versus DC flash mob that went down in the middle of an international festival of street performers with a whole bunch of costume characters we brought up from Fan Expo. The video is up, and the response has been fantastic. Thank you all for your comments. Like Nais here, who says that Bane's dance is awesome. I asked what characters you'd like to see in future videos, and one of the best suggestions I got was from Lucid Loon, who said Ambush Bug. That'd be a fun one to pull off. Dick Grayson wondered, where did Gambit get that stack of cards? He's magic. It's his mutant powers. Come on. Little shout out here to Vera Rapunzel and White Ninja Walrus, who also posted Fan Expo vlogs. If you recorded a Fan Expo vlog, I'd love to see it. Post it either in a comment here, or you can put the link on my Facebook page, and I'll definitely take a look and shout you out in the next one. Now, I got a really interesting comment a couple of videos ago from my dear friend in Australia, Katarina, who wanted to say, can you describe to me in great detail what your ideal costume would be if you were a superhero? You can wrap this if you like. My ideal costume, I'd probably have like an ornate red cape with like some gold trim and some bright gold clasps and a chain holding it together. It's got to look real ornate. It's got to look something like Doctor Strange meets some kind of bizarre religious figure. Maybe even something kind of whimsical across the chest. You know, that's how I'd do it if I was going to have my own superhero costume. You know what I'm saying? Way ahead of you. As for the rap, what I'm going to say about that is keep watching the channel. I've got a new concept for a new rap video that's got to do with superhero costumes, and I'm already saying too much, so wait for that coming at you in the next handful of weeks. So now that we're back in the studio, we got to get trucking on the question of the week, so I'm going to leave it to you. Next week's question of the week, you tell me what it's going to be. Ask me whatever you want, and I'm going to answer your questions in the next shout-out video next week. Leave your comments right here. Comment on this video or post to my Facebook page. I look at all the posts, answer most of them whenever I can and as quickly as I can. Also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I love Instagram the most. That's where I'm always clicking the heart button as much as I can and as fast as I can. Get at me on there. I love chatting with you there. I love chatting with you anywhere, really. So let's keep the dialogue going, and we'll talk to you on the next shout-out video. But before we go, I'm going to get a little more on the serious note here. We're here talking about Ben Affleck and people talk about Miley Cyrus and all this kind of stuff, but things look like they're kind of a little bit tense in other parts of the world. So for Syria and North Korea and all this kind of stuff, all really that I could say about it is get out your John Lennon records. Let's just give peace a chance, you know?